So, welcome to Momentum Monday. I am Dana Middleton, your host. Today, we are talking about owning the spotlight. All right. This Facebook group, our Instagram and YouTube, it's all for the aligned artist. And if you're here, that means you're probably a professional artist. It's imperative that you're good with owning the spotlight because that's where you want to be. Whether you're an artist, you want your art to be seen. If you're a writer, you might want to be on the bestsellers list. If you're an actor, well, yeah, spotlight, it's pretty straightforward. But we sometimes hedge or contract when we're in the spotlight or when we're about to take the spotlight. So today we're going to tap a little bit about this and just help you identify where you might have some weak spots around this, some space, some areas where you could shore up this safety around being in the spotlight, this deservedness around being in the spotlight. It can bring up lots and lots of issues. So we're going to do an affirmation tap today to bring up those issues so you'll just get really clear so it will be easier for you to shine. That's what it's about, right? And feeling good when you're shining, for sure. So what are some of the reasons you might not? Picture yourself. Take a minute first and just close your eyes. And it doesn't matter what you do, picture yourself in the spotlight. It might be an actual spotlight. It might be where you're featured someplace that really puts a spotlight on you. Whatever it is, just feel that energy of everybody looking at you. You are the center of attention. How does that feel? That's a good place to start, because when you put yourself in that energy of it already happening, then you start to feel where it feels good and where it may not feel so good. And that's what we're going to tap about right now. So I will imagine where it might not feel so good for you, and you'll tap with me. But let's start with an affirmation, because whenever we start with an affirmation, it's going to, first of all, get you in that energy of, yes, this is where I am. And at the same time, it acts like a lie detector, and it's going to bring up anything in opposition. So beliefs that may say it's not safe, or I'm not worthy, or it's selfish, whatever it is, those will come up in our next round. All right, so let's do this together. Take a breath. And we're going to start on the eyebrow point. If you haven't tapped yet, just tap with me. We're tapping in positive affirmations. We're tapping out negative thoughts or beliefs that don't agree with this positive affirmation, and see how it feels. All right, so repeat after me. Like I said, I love being in the spotlight. And then outside the eye, I really own the spotlight now. Under the eye, it's fun to be the center of attention. Under the nose, this spotlight feels great. On the chin, I really like being in the spotlight. Under the collarbone, I am owning this spotlight. Middle of the chest, this spotlight is mine. Under the arm, it's good to be in the spotlight. Top of the head, I own this spotlight now. Okay, how did that feel? Might have brought up some yeah buts. I'm not so sure about that. I call this next phase, this next round, the rebuttal. What's coming up? Let's just put a light on that. So go back to the eyebrow point and just be like, yeah, but I don't want to threaten other people. What if they don't like me? What if they think I'm selfish? When I take up all this space, it feels a little unfair to others. Ooh, it feels uncomfortable to really be in the spotlight. It feels selfish. Maybe that's a feeling I've got from childhood. When I was in the spotlight too much, they called me Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. That's for those of you who are old enough to know what that is. And then under the arm. Yeah, I can only take so much of the spotlight before I have to start to shrink. Okay, so it may just have brought up some things like, oh, in your childhood, were you shamed if you took up too much space? Were you told, share, don't be selfish? I'm not saying not to share, but at the same time, is it okay to take the spotlight anyway? Right? Is that a selfish act, or is that just an act as an artist that it's good for you to take? So let's reframe it now a little bit so we can find some places where it can feel good. But what if, and that's how we reframe, but what if, as an artist, I'm supposed to take the spotlight? That it's not selfish, it's sharing my gifts. And I am here to share some awesome gifts. Oh, take a breath. Wouldn't it be nice if I felt really safe and secure in the spotlight? Like I am so supported and I'm willing to support others. What if there's enough spotlight for all of us? And I can be in my spotlight while others can be in theirs. What if I don't have to hide anymore to make it fair? And that it could be safe to shine my light and be in the spotlight now. Okay, so you see how that feels a little bit better. It's like we want everyone to be in the spotlight. So let's go back to that affirmation and see how it feels now. So I am willing to be in the spotlight. I am owning the spotlight. Yeah, what if it's okay for me to be in the spotlight? I love being in the spotlight. And I'm willing to believe it's safe for me to own my space there. Being in the spotlight and feeling good. Being in the spotlight and being me. Really letting myself shine. I own this spotlight now. Okay, take a breath. Good job. I hope that felt pretty good, maybe even illuminating. You're like, okay, is this okay for me to be in the spotlight? Because when you get into the spotlight, and you've been in the spotlight, I'm sure before, and you may be right now, or it may be coming, it can feel uncomfortable. So why not deal with this and clean this up right now? So that, yeah, it may still be a little bit uncomfortable when you put it into the physical world, but you can get through it very quickly, right? Because that's part of what you're doing this for. I mean, you do it to be a creator, but we all want to be seen being creators. Doing it in the dark is not as fun as doing it in the light. So shine, be in the spotlight, own the spotlight, even if it feels a little uncomfortable at first. It's okay. There's enough spotlight for all of us. Thanks for being here today. I hope this is helpful. Want to let you guys know as well, the 30 Days to a High Vibe You is still available. I'll put the link in the comments. I'm starting to get some comments back from people who've been doing it, 10, 15 days. And I'm really heartened. It's been so great that people are enjoying it and getting on this high vibe journey with me. I'm doing it too. I'm on day 10. I took a little bit of a break. I'm on day 10, and day 10, Dana was really good for me today. So hopefully all the 30 days of Dana will be good for you too. So if you want to join me for that journey, it is $1 a day, $30 for 30 days. And I'm very proud of it. And I think it is very helpful. And when you're in a high vibe, you get days like I'm having today. You just wake up being so happy for no reason at all. And that's because when you practice a high vibration, you raise your energy. That's good for you and good for the world. And we know the world needs some high vibe right now. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week. I will see you soon.